This cloaked character stems from a quick anatomy study of how to draw action heroes from behind. I learned how to draw superhero anatomy and poses from Chris Hart, in particular, this book. As I got comfortable drawing action heroes the right way around, I began to explore more complex poses and wanted to spin them around to get behind them. That's when I realized I didn't know what I was doing, at all. So, back to Chris Hart I went. Here's what I learned. The recognizable landmarks are the deltoids, the trapezius muscles, and the latissimus dorsi, all of which are present from a front-facing 3/4 view. So the shoulder muscle actually extends all the way back here, which is why when it's been worked, you might feel something pulling in your back. That's your deltoid. Recently, I discovered that superheroes' shoulders and necks don't just connect to each other with no space in between. There exists a connector joining the shoulder to the neck, so your characters stop shrugging when you don't want them to. That's the trapezius, and it's more easily visible on muscular characters. I just didn't realize the spread of the trapezius until I actually started getting behind them. I thought the lats would be the easiest element of the back to draw, as I'm well accustomed to sketching that in at a front-facing 3/4 view. It is in fact the most difficult part for me, especially with a face-on view of the character's back. I was also surprised by how low the lats go, despite knowing where to place them when I draw them facing forward. And finally, the 3/4 view rules. As I've learned from reading Chris Hart, you want to rotate your characters just a bit so we can see their 3D-ness. Even though I'm now better at drawing anatomy face on, I'm going to learn to torque the characters at a rear-facing 3/4 view. This will make their poses more dynamic. Yes, I cloaked all the anatomy that I worked so hard to learn. After I was satisfied with the skeleton and muscle structure, I started adding clothes and gear. Even though I knew I could put him in spandex in order to preserve all the lines, he looked like he wanted a hood and cloak instead, so I went with that. He looks great. So, who is this? Well, okay, he's not quite an action hero per se, but once the cloak went on, I knew he needed a spear. And once the spear got there, he started getting that Roman Britain barbarian warrior feel. No research went into the costume, so it's not, accurate, but he's a Rosemary Sutcliffe-inspired warlord from the times when Rome was trying to cultivate the British wilderness while struggling wildly with the Britons. This victorious warrior lifts his hand in triumph. Whether he's coming back from a good hunt or from a fight with the Roman legions is up to you.